Okay, this is part 10. Let's work on this here, lever, or whatever it's called. For this, we can start with a UV sphere. I think those are enough, but it says rotate it 90 degrees. And I think for this here, for that thumb print, we can select, let's see if we do it if we do it like this, for that, like that, select this, and push them in, or just delete them, then were they not the same count? Okay, I'm confused. Why is this not the same count? Okay, seems I connected to the wrong vertex. So this is supposed to come from here to here. Okay, it's from here to here. Yes, and we can delete the inside, and now we can bridge this and this. Bridge loops. We need 3, and push those in like this, and this like that. And I think we'd also need to do this for this. Then we can connect those as well. We have that. We just need to make it smooth and add the bevel modifier. Make sure it's above the subsurf. I've turned this to weight. Let me make sure this is recording. Okay, and now we can add the bevel weight. Control E, bevel weight 1. So this is supposed to be 0.001, like that. So this is going to be our lever, and we can just select this, turn it into a circle, move it in, and extrude. We can insert and that is going to be our lever. So we need to scale to bring this to scale. So scale this down. And push it out. So it's supposed to be maybe at an angle like this, and I should also be part of this. So so what's the next part? So we're soon coming to the materials. We just left with this here and the bolt. So I think we can start with the bowl, which is more easier. So for this we can use a circle. Make sure that we don't. Let's just use 16, since that is what we have been using. already. So then extrude, go to edit mode, extrude this down, scale this, and Control B to bevel this, change the profile, maybe increase the segments. Center. So we just need to add a subdivision surface, turn on smooth shading, and we also need to give this some kind of thickness by rotating this around, folding this, make sure it's not intersecting. So we have something like that. We also need to add some loops here. And this should sit in our sit. So an easier way to get it to sit there, we need to first make sure that this has its own origin. Geometry, origin to geometry, shift S, let me undo this, shift S, cursor to selected, shift S, cursor to selected. Where is the cursor? I need to make sure this origin to cursor, shift S, cursor to origin, and this origin to geometry, and then shift S, selection, and then move it up. Look at that, it fits in perfectly. Maybe just need to push it down a bit. And now we can work on the handle, which should be fairly easy considering what we have done so far. So we can start by plane, rotate it 90 degrees. Let's go scale it down a bit, and then like this. So let's select these edges, then extrude them in the Y direction like this, and we can also bring these in a bit. And we need to extrude this up as well, so around there. Give it a subsurf modifier. We can add a supporting loop like that, and then we can add a solidify modifier for the thickness and increase the thickness a bit like that. Now we need to add those, how are they called? I'm not sure, I'm not remembering. So shift A, circle. Let's reduce the segments to about 5. I think they're called libits or something. Rotate them, bring them around there. So we don't need to give them any thickness because that is provided by the Solidify modifier. We just need to duplicate them and also add them to the bottom here. Think we need to scale them up a bit. Change the pivot point to NVIDIA origins and scale them just a bit so that they are not lost in the mesh. So let's select the bottom ones. I think we need to rotate them a bit as well, so round there. Now we can smooth them. You can see there are different styles, so if you want to go for this handle, you can go for that. I just went for this one, which is more easier. And now we are only left with this here, and we should be done. I think also there are different styles. Let me see, kitchen aid, you see. There are different styles, so let's just go with this and call it a day. So let's see, I need to start with this loop here from this object. Because it's supposed to be this here. So I can start with that, Shift D, and then P to separate that, and maybe scale it in a bit, extrude, and then scale in, extrude down, scale, extrude down. So we have this shape. Maybe we can think it's we can let me see, you can select these, scale this out, and see, because it becomes a bit bigger, and maybe reduce some of these sharp edges. So now to add this, we can just use a curve object. We need to change this back to median point, the pivot point to median point, 90 degrees. Bring this down. Make it oval shaped like that, maybe scale it down a bit. Let's go to the curve settings and give it, under geometry, give it a bevel and the resolution of maybe 2, and change the fill mode to full, so that it renders as a curve, as a false radius, and Let's reduce the bevel a bit, something small like that, so they need to be around there. And we can go to edit mode, shift D, rotate this 90 degrees, select this again, shift D, rotate this 45, and we have that. If you want, you can also add this other one. So we just select one of these, shift D, scale it up a bit, and select these control points, scale them in whatever direction, and maybe scale them down a bit. So we need to change this handle type to aligned, and then scale them individually to make them a bit sharp, sharp corners like that. And I think we are done with the modeling. So we just need to parent this to this, Control P, and then this to this, Control P, and then this to this, Control P. Let's go to, because it's a bit slow right now, we can go to settings and change to turn on simplified, so that we can easily control this. And I think the pivot point should be around here, so we can do that by going to edit mode, select this first turn of the mirror modifier, select around this and this. What we can do is just because it needs to hinge on this pivot point, so we need to remove this and select this, shift S, cursor to selected, and then select this, shift S, right click, origin to 3D cursor, and then now if we turn this back on, and since we have all these objects parented, you can see we have that, but we need to bring this back up here into position. So we have this, so we can rotate this to look to be like that, and if we turn off simplified again, see we have that. We can go to shading. Sorry, it's raining right now, so I'm not sure if you can hear me easily, but we're about to finish this tutorial, and so bear with me a bit. So we can turn on ambient occlusion, screen space reflections, and you can see what we have right now. So in the next tutorial, we will be looking at what we will start working on the UV unwrapping and then the materials. Thank you.